Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US, and I'm here to bring you a special live presentation. I've been meaning to show this stuff to you earlier. I got some great products last week, and I just couldn't fit it into my schedule. This past weekend, I hosted the Silver Elite Retreat for some achieving demonstrators in my group, and busy getting ready for that, and then it was just too hard. So I hope that it's okay that I'm a little late on this, but I know a lot of you had been asking me if I could show off the new Stampin' Positioner, and of course I have all this other new product that I want to show you too. So welcome, and thanks for tuning in. It was a last-minute decision. I think I posted the live link last night before I went to bed, so it's good to see you. Yay! And I have people from Norway tuning in. This is awesome, you guys. Thank you. All right, so let's see here. Oh, I want to tell you the date. It is January 28th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Central Time. This is not replacing my 11 a.m. Central Time class. We're going to busy right through this. We're going to get right through and show it as quickly as we can so that you guys can take a little rest and then come back for the class that I'll have at 11 a.m. Central Time. So this is our show and share of new products. These products are debuting March 3rd. 2026, and I was able to pre-order a bunch of them because I'm a demonstrator. So demonstrators get these awesome perks. All right, let's go to the desktop, shall we? This is gonna be fun. All right, so here is, yay! I love it, Carol. So here is the new Stampin' Positioner. This is, some people said, is this replacing the Stamparatus? Okay, so the Stamparatus is no longer, that was off the market. I don't even know how many years ago now, but if you have it, continue to use it. You don't necessarily need to replace anything. I'm just grateful that Stampin' Up! Now carries a positioner again, because this is one of those tools that once you use it a few times, you're hooked. And when we had to have the Stamparatus leave us because of it was a hinge stamper, and the makers of Misty didn't want the hinge stampers to be anyways, we had to take it off the market. So, so anyways, now we've got a spring positioner. This bounces up and down and puts the images where you want it. I love it in that when you place your stamps on here and you get everything set up on these little pegs here and stuff, you can actually look straight over the top of it and see that it's coming down in the right place. Like, it's really awesome that way. So, all right, so let's play around with this. What are the features? We have a removable large plate. We have a removable skinny plate. The plates all lock into either these pegs up here or these pegs here, and these bounce because on this one, we just have holes. And on this one, we have springy pegs, okay? And they fit in those little, I'm sorry, those don't fit. The holes here fit there, and then we've got the little springy parts here, okay? So there's where the springy parts are. And then we also have those down here. So, all right, so you can choose either one. It depends on if you're gonna use like a large background stamp or you just want more stability. This one's a lot, not a lot, but a little more stable. It's stable. This one has a little bit of movement to it. I'll show you here really quick. So if you place it on here, you can see that there's a little shimmy to it. So when you want complete accuracy, make sure you're using this. Otherwise, we do have grid lines on here, and there's also some awesome grid paper that Stampin' Up! Has that will help out with that too. So here we have magnets, and if you look at these magnets compared to the magnets that we had with the Stamparatus, these are covered so that when they come together, they're protected. And you also can see that there's a lot more silver on this side. This is the down side. This is the part that connects with the magnetic base. And the one with just one silver stripe is the top part. And these little handles kind of like stick up like that, so you can grab them easily, okay? So we have handles to pull them apart. It was 2 years ago? Okay, thanks, Marcia. A little over 2 years ago. Awesome. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I couldn't remember. We have grid paper. Stampin' Up! Sells grid paper with it too, or we will be. So when can you get this? Let's just start with that too. This tool in the US is $49, and this is only available right now through February 2nd for demonstrators, active demonstrators. Then starting February 3rd, this tool, minus the grid paper, but the grid paper can be added in, will be a free bonus perk to anyone getting the starter kit February 3rd through March 2nd. After that, They're going to kind of assess how things went, maybe order more if they need to or whatever, but it will eventually be on the market for all. We just don't have a date, okay? Will we be able to buy more little black magnets, says Renee? I'm not sure. That has been a question from several demonstrators, and we will see what happens with that. The largest plate is 10 inches by 7.5. The grid paper has marks for 8 by 6. So if you peel a grid paper piece off, we have little tiny holes. See those holes up there? Those connect with these smaller little pegs here so that you can place your grid paper into that spot and it will stay in place. It's so awesome. Woohoo, it's not moving. I'm gonna peel this up for a minute because there's also, if you forget to get the grid paper when you're purchasing this, this is the little corner mark. Let me bring it up so you can see it higher. There's an actual little line on here, a 90-degree angle type of corner that will help you to guide your paper. So a lot of people, when you're seeing demonstrations, like there's a link to a Stampin' Up video on my blog post where you can see Stampin' Up staff members introducing this, but they will start out with placing their cardstock at this angle here. You're using these two little pegs here, and then you place it at an angle, and you're gonna be seeing a lot of people doing that. And I have a lot of people questioning, why are they doing that? It's because there is that angle there, and so if this gets off, like when your stamp sometimes can stick, right? And then it lifts your paper and things can shimmy. You can then use those guides to put it back in place. You can also use those guides for what's called wreath stamping, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Again, Kathy, we're not sure if extra magnets will be available for sale. So welcome everybody. It's so good to see you chiming in. Okay, let's see, what else do I want to tell you? So, oh, and there's two sides to the grid paper. So if you want to use centimeters or inches, and there is a little guide that comes with it, okay? So you get this with it, and then you can, read the one that's pertaining to your language that you know best, and you can see the visual step-by-steps. Why would somebody want to get a positioner? Well, there's a few reasons. To help with stamping, basically. Once you try a positioner, you're like, oh my gosh, that is so much easier. I don't have to worry about my hand shaking or my hand flinching or any arthritis issues that I have. I'm sticking the stamp on there, and now I can grab this and just put my weight on top of it with my hands and press it in place. So it helps with ease of stamping straight. It helps with darkening an image. So oftentimes I will use a black ink or a dark ink, and I want it to just be a little bit more intense. And I stamp it once, and then I have to try to line it up again, which you sometimes can do with, clear photopolymer stamps. But it's nice if you initially start with your stamp on here, you press it in place onto your paper, you lift it up and you say, oh, I'm gonna re-ink it again. So you ink it up again, and then you press it in place, and it's going to keep adding layers of ink to darken your ink. All right. Hey, Randy. And then we have making multiples. Oh my gosh. Like if you're going to be working on invitations to a shower, a wedding, making Christmas cards, making birthday invites, that sort of thing. If you're making multiples of anything and you want to have your images stay the same on all of your layers, let's say you have a little white layer on each card, you can place that little white layer on your grid paper, keep it in place with the magnets, and then just keep on adding ink, stamp it down. Ink, take the next paper, stamp it down. Ink, take the next paper, stamp it down. So it's great for multiples. Yes, you can darken lighter ink too. Absolutely, Marcia. Thank you for bringing that up. And then you can line up images that are two-step. So we often have images that have two, let's see here. Let's see if I can find one. Didn't even pull one of those out. But usually like we have flower ones. Oh shoot, I don't have my mic on today, do I? Let me grab my mic, you guys. Oh my goodness sakes. Hang on, we need to do this real quickly or you're not gonna be able to hear me as well. Didn't even realize I forgot my mic. Okay, and we're gonna get nice and loud in just a second. Hang on. There's just so much that I want to share today. Can you hear me better now? I hope so. Let me know if that made a difference. Hopefully it did. Okay, so with two-step stamping, like an image like this and this, where they connect with each other, you can stamp one of them and then line up the other one on top, and you know that it's gonna go right in place, right? That, again, like if you have hands that shake or whatever, it will go right in place, okay? Larger stamps, absolutely. Daryl brought up larger stamps. This is gonna be perfect for that, where you don't even have to invest in a larger clear block. Background stamps, for instance. You can stick your background stamp on here and use it as your large clear block, but it also gives you a lot of stabilization, because oftentimes I will take a background stamp, and I don't even know if I own one, but you can take a background stamp and I will ink it up on here, and then I'll flip my paper over and put it on top and rub, because you sometimes don't get that consistency if you're just taking a large stamp and stamping it onto your paper on the table, right? It sounds the same? Okay, well, that's good. And let's see, wreath stamping. This corner is perfect for that. So if you have a square piece of cardstock, imagine this square, you can take and stamp your image in the corner, then put your other corner in there, stamp it in that corner. You could even do it on a rectangle. Stamp it in that corner. It makes like a frame or a wreath, and then stamp it in that corner. And you have this image that goes equally around on each corner. They call that wreath stamping. And then hinge stamping, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you, okay? And more, of course, there's lots more. There's like using die cuts and stuff like that. But I'm going to bring in a new stamp set. It is called a Rainbow of Thanks. And we're going to use this white paper. Oops, sorry that I'm out of camera. I have a lot on my desk today because I'm going to show you lots of product. Okay, so, and again, I can't demonstrate every single one of these, but there is, again, a Stampin' Up! Video that will help you. So I'm going to bring in the grid paper because I'm used to having my lines kind of like, you know, perpendicular to my, to my tool that I'm using. So we're going to bring this paper in here. We're going to just place it wherever on the grid paper. I'm going to start at the 1-inch mark, it looks like, and I'll have it lined up here and here. We'll zoom in for pretty soon here. Let me just get this set up. I'm actually going to be using this one, okay? And I think I'm going to actually move this out of the way. We're going to put it over here for now. Okay, let me stick these out of the way. Rainbow of Thanks. So the Rainbow of Thanks stamp set has these cute little brushes in it. Look at how adorable this is. So this is one of the March 3rd release products. And you have a little roller brush, you have a large, wide paintbrush, and a skinnier one. These guys here, these images, those are for the paint at the end of each of them, or, you know, where you're going to ink up your tool. And then you have, of course, different brush strokes. You have splatters and a couple sentiments. So we're going to grab our narrow one, and we're going to lay that down. I think I'm going to go about 1.25 inches down because I want to make sure I have some room for my paintbrush. So I'm placing this, I don't know, here, I guess. I had to play around with this a lot because I wanted to make sure that, oops, hang on, that my images looked pretty centered in there. So I'm checking this out on the side here. Hang on. Oh yeah, that'll work perfectly. Okay, so I cut out a piece of paper that's larger than what I want to use. I believe this is 4 1/4, yep, 4 1/4 by a little over 5 1/2. We've placed our stamp image where we want it. Make sure that it's uninked when you place it down there. And then we're going to take and add this into the pegs. The springs are right here, the peg holes are here, and the pegs are there. And as I lay this down, I'm looking at the lines on my grid paper. So you can see that these lines are now lined up with the grid paper that's peeking out down here. And I'm going to press, and that will pick up my stamp. Now, because my magnets aren't super close to it, it might, and because it's a new stamp set, it might, oh, it didn't this time. Okay, oh, it did. See how it kind of pulls at it? But I know that this is where it's going to be because I used my grid, okay? Let's zoom in. So now I can take and ink this. I'm going to start with I've got a few colors here. I'm going to start with Petunia Pop. We're making kind of a little pastel rainbow, okay? How could two-step stamping work? So if you've stamped one image, then you can take and place your other image down. It just gives you more stability. It doesn't necessarily make two-step stamping easier for anybody who's got stable hands. Like you can do two-step stamping without this tool, but it just gives that stabilization and it allows it to go into the right spot. Use large and small plates. It's up to you. If you want to, like the bigger one doesn't have the wiggle. This one has a slight wiggle to it. So, but with your hinge stamping, you need to use this one. So that's why I'm giving you the tip of just looking at these lines on here and making sure that they're staying in line with the grid on your grid paper. And then you just press in place. Press it down, lift it up, and then you grab your chamois or whatever tool you like to clean off your stamps with and clean it off. You'll have to dry it as well. So I'm going to use my hand. I hear that it kind of fits in the old Stamparatus case. Oh, that's good to know, Carol. I did not know that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down to the next hinge. Or the next step. So here's where I stamped before. Now I'm grabbing it and placing it into the next section. And we're going to go with the green color this time. And I should probably close my Petunia Pop. The green that I'm choosing is Lemon Lime Twist, I believe. Yep, Lemon Lime Twist. So we will take and ink that up. And oh, Stampin' Spots, you know those little tiny ink pads that you get in kits? Those are perfect for this, by the way. So, you know, you don't have to have this big, large pad. If you get any ink on the edges, it should not affect your stamping though. You see that color, it's kind of off. It's only because my stamp is stained a bit. So now I'm going to hover, line up my lines, and press in place. Next, we'll clean that one off with the chamois. Dry it off with my hand. And we'll move to the third color. The lines are pretty wide apart right now, and that is okay because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do after that. So next we're going to use orange, and the orange that I've chosen in the rainbow is the peach pie color. And I love that you can just throw it down on your desk. It's a spring, so it is not going to it's not going to affect anything until you press on it. Line it up, press it in place. Okay, so far it looks pretty even, but I am actually going to have some lines go between here, so I'm going to be trimming down the left edges and possibly the bottom as well, but that can come after I'm done. Clean that off. Now we're going to remove it and switch to the slightly larger streak of paint. And so that one is going to get placed on my paper. It's clean already. You want to make sure it's clean before you do this. And we'll place that so it's right in between. And we will pick it up. And it doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle of your plate. See that, how it pulled the paper up? So now I can shift that paper back in place. Okay, what did Nan say? Remember in the past, we would use a rainbow or a window sheet over the paper so it wouldn't pull up the paper, only the window sheet. Oh, like when you're lining something up? Is that what you're talking about? I need to know that tip. Okay, so I have my streak of paint here. Now we're gonna switch to another color. We're gonna go with the blue next because blue is the primary color between those two. I see I have all my secondaries. Now I'm doing my primaries in between. I love the rainbow. I love color theory. That's why I like to do those videos where I introduce you to the new colors. Color is fun, isn't it? Oh, thanks Pam for the little recommendation to do the thumbs up. Okay, so we put them in those pegs again, and you can see it's all lined up. We're lining up those lines so that we have our plate nice and straight, and we press in place. Now let's say you want that to be a little bit darker. You totally could, right? Like Marcia said, you can darken up any of these colors. We're gonna clean that up. It doesn't just have to be the dark colors. And then we're gonna go to, I think the next one is yellow, and we're using Lemon Lolly. And this is where I'm going to stamp it a couple times. I didn't get that perfectly in the middle, did I, you guys? It might have been because I'm rushing. We're gonna press that down. And then because I want that to be a little brighter, I'm gonna ink it up again. And we're gonna press it in place. And my paper did shift, didn't it? And we're gonna press it in place, lining up. And now I have a darker streak of yellow in there. And then we have to move these magnets just a bit because we need to make room for the last little piece here. And that will be our reddish color of the rainbow, which I'm choosing Strawberry Slush. Okay. If you wanted thinner in between, you could move the paper after you did. Yes, absolutely, Brenda. Great idea. So if you want your connections to be closer together, just shift the paper and use the hinges. That's what she's recommending. It's a great tip. Okay, now I'll press that in place. And then you can just, oh, see, I didn't get that inked up right. Actually, I don't have to ink it more. I can just press again because I saw ink on there. Make sure it's straight. Press it in that corner. Yay! See, I fixed a mistake, so you can fix mistakes too. All right. You got your cool tool already, Becky? Okay, got it yesterday. And those who haven't got it yet, I would clear off grab your space, your Versamark, and embossing powders and inks, and get ready to go to town. I love it. All right, so that is a quick little tutorial on how to use this with hinge stamping. There's going to be lots of people showing this off. Just, span across the internet. Find all those demonstrators showing everything. It's going to be fun. So I'm, excuse me, I'm going to take that stamp, this one here now, and I'll grab this paintbrush and this paintbrush, and with my Tuxedo Memento Black, I'm just going to stamp all of my little brushes next to it. Now, if you want to, you can again use your positioner to help line it all up. But in the end, you can get a look that looks like this. And now you have your rainbow. Remember those little parts that go inside the brushes? Don't forget to put those in there. Really fun, right? So that is the Stampin Positioner. That's the official name, Stampin Positioner. Oops. Hey, and you can store it flatter by turning it upside down. Look at that. Just figured that out. Oh, let me show you the bottom too. The bottom. So that is a Rainbow of Thanks stamp set too. So we showed you a couple new things there. The, let's see here. So looking at my notes to see if there's larger paper. That was asked too. Okay, so here's the bottom. It's got this, like a feltish kind of pad on here. So if I were to grab larger paper, 12 by 12, or here's one that's got grid lines on it. Anyways, you can use larger paper because watch, there's nothing on the three edges. It's not going to have to affect your paper at all. You can keep your large paper in place. You can go in as far as, gosh, with these little pegs here, you could go in as far as 6 and maybe even 3/4 of an inch before you go off of your platform. So you have lots of room to get your 12 by 12 paper in there. You could even go to the center, well, maybe not the center. Let me think here. That would go to about here. So it's not completely the center if you were to use a big square, but if you were to do it this way, you could get into the center of your 12 by 12 paper for your scrapbooking needs. Does that help? I hope that helps. Multiples? Absolutely. Oh, you want to be able to buy a second large plate. Yes, it'd be nice if they had those extra things, right? Because then we could set up our whole station in our room and just go to town. Let me show you some other new products because we want to get you out of here so you have a little break in between videos. This is another new product. This is a stamp set called Simple Alphabet. And so you have all kinds of alphabet imagery to use with different languages too. It's awesome. So you have your numbers in there. So it's not just alphabet, it's numbers. You've got all of these little accents and symbols, the number sign, even some punctuation marks in there. So that's going to be nice for scrapbookers. Well, for anybody really. You could make a card that says hello with big letters on it. And the letters are, let's just pull that out really quick because I bet some of you are asking or thinking of asking, and then I'll miss it because all the comments are a little delayed, right? Let's just measure that quickly. So the tallest would be 7/8 of an inch. 7/8 of an inch, okay? It's a good size. We'll just put it there for now. Another new product is this bundle, and you can, anytime you have a bundle, you can buy the pieces separately, but you can also buy them together and save 10%. Marcia asks, are the magnets as strong as the Stamparatus? I don't know. I don't have my Stamparatus around nearby to show you. They feel pretty strong though. I think that what happens, if you're wondering about the paper being pulled, it's a newer stamp. And so until you get that ink on it and start using it a little bit, it's gonna have that extra kind of stickiness that it gets after manufacturing. Okay, no edges, you love that. Okay, perfect, perfect. Oh, you can't do that with any other positioner, Yvonne? Okay, that's good to know. So there's one of our advantages. Okay. All right, I think I got through the questions so far. So springtime scenes, here is the stamp set, photopolymer stamp set, springtime scenes. Here are the matching dies springtime scenes. I'm gonna have to open all these because I haven't yet. But sometimes, and oh, in this case it is, the imagery on here is pretty much the same size that you see on the cover here. So we can look at the cover, and then the dies, let's take a peek at those, are made to coordinate. And like this one here does a frame with leaves within. Then you've got this frame with, you know, kind of a hole, like a window where you could stamp some words in between, and a little more delicate, like the veins of the leaves. A little sentiment frame here, a label, and then little parts and pieces. Very, very fun. Very fun. It looks like you also have frame images. So you have, like, you can stamp and then cut out the ladybug, the leaf, the flower, these leaves, this leaf, this smaller leaf, and yep, the bigger leaf. So you can cut out all the images too. This is a good one. I think it's so pretty. So that is springtime scenes. Okay, get ready, pet lovers. Look at this one. Ah! I'm so excited about this one. I love pets. We can't have any in our house right now. That's just, you know, you have to have everybody in agreement. And we're not all in agreement. So this is one way that I can have my kitties. Super cute, right? Little chasing the butterflies. Here's dogs jumping around in the flower bin, and some birds. I love the little square body bird. Butterflies, like paw prints, bird prints. Just cute, cute, cute. And then you have the frames to cut them out. You have some border pieces in here. You have some standalone dies. So if you are wanting to just have like little die cut kitties, let's just pull this all the way out here. Look at these guys. They're so stinking cute. You could just cut out a bunch of little standalone kitties and birds and dogs. I'm so excited about this one. All right, next. Here's another gorgeous one. And, oh, it's called Cutest Crew. Thanks, Bonnie. I didn't even tell you the name. Cutest Crew. I'm like, Cutest Crew? Yeah, that's the name of it. All right, so this one is Rolling Waves, and it makes, you should see the image, well, you will. You should see the images that go with this stamp set. The cards are gorgeous. They're die cutting these little guys in white colors and layering them over lighter blues and then darker blues, and you get this layer that looks like a rolling wave coming in. It's just stunning, so stunning. We have some individual little shells on here, and those shells can be cut out with the dies. You have all of these here able to be cut out. And then you've got, this is more like for background. You've got some great sentiments in here. And then you have these standalone type images, right? I love this too. Little beach umbrellas, like the aerial view of the beach umbrella. It's gonna be a fun one. All right, next we have this bundle. And this bundle is called Help Me Grow. Really fun. So if you are a gardener or not, you're gonna still love this because the images are just really amazing. We have our pot, we have our, is this a spade, and all these kinds of things here. And then we have handles. And you can see you have a wooden handle or you have a two-step floral handle. So you can stamp it with the flowers and then the leaves and have like this two-colored handle that's floral on any of these items here. We have in here a bunch of dies too. It's unavailable? Rolling Waves is unavailable? How'd that happen? We're still in pre-order. That's crazy, Lynn. Huh. All right. Then, well, wonder why that is. Probably because it's really cool. But then we have die-cut flower bunches, little leaf kind of clusters down here, and then a pot, like a plate for your pot. Gosh, you have the outline for these images, but you also have one that can do it just by itself. So you can either stamp it and cut it out in a frame, or you can cut it out with like metallic paper. And then you have other kinds of handles in here. It's gonna be so much fun. Here's shears, like they don't, oh yeah, they do have shears down here. Oh, and here's the shears that are to frame this. It's gonna be amazing. Here's some plants too. You gotta have your plants with your Help Me Grow. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lynn. Thank you for sharing. That's the US is what you're talking about, I'm assuming, but saucer, they call it a saucer. Great, thanks, Marcia. And then we have this one, which actually works well with a sweet that I didn't get that has a bunch of berries in it. Why would Rachel not get a sweet with berries? Well, because we can only spend so much, but I might be getting it. This one's called Made with Sweetness, and you can see it has raspberry, blueberry type images, the tops of the berries, your strawberry. Then you've got your citrus fruit in here. You can even think of this as like a little peach here or whatever. And then we've got cherries. Oh my gosh, blueberries. Fun, fun, fun. Then we also have these little card-like things like file cards. So if you're making recipes, you can then take and, you know, die cut these pieces or stamp some images if you want to and put them onto your cutout cards. Let me show you the cards. In the US, okay. You thought it was a spider web? Which item? Oh, on the last one? Maybe on the Rolling Waves, is that what you're talking about? I don't know. Sometimes we're all in different spots in the video. Okay, so here you can see how big the cards are. I mean, they're pretty huge, which means the dies are pretty huge. Like, you know, you can die cut, type out something, print it on there, stick those little fun images on there. It's gonna be a fun one, you guys. And then we have the smaller one. So depending on what size recipe cards you use. Gosh, those are way bigger than I thought they were. I love it. And then we have the words that go with it. Oh yeah, and then you have like tiny little ladybug and bee dies for these guys. So there you go. So fun. I'm sorry, I'm just staring at it because I haven't even taken time to look at a lot of this stuff. Here we have Lazy Daisy 3D embossing folder. It's a big one and it's 3D, so it cuts deep. And this is what I got when I cut it with some 6x6 basic white cardstock. Really fun, right? Look at the depth of that. I mean, even like within this one daisy, it looks like 2 layers of daisies or petals on top of each other, doesn't it? Just amazing. All right, running out of space to stack stuff. Oh, but we're kind of making this pile over here go down, so that's good. Okay, next. We're gonna get into a few more single items and then I'm gonna show you some sweets. This is one of the other single items that I have here, and it is called our Twilight, what was it called? Lunar Luster paper. You get lots of sheets. You get 6 sheets, 4 sheets, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 4 sheets, and it's like foil paper, but it's not. It's more of just a sheen, right? And to me, this is what your silver embossing powder looks like when you emboss with it. It doesn't have that glossy, bright, shiny look that we get with silver foil. Let me pull out the silver foil. So here's our regular silver foil, which is also awesome, but you can see that there's not as much shine, luster, mirror capabilities to it, right? Oh, okay, the waves. Thanks, Tina. But you know what's going to be awesome about this too? Not only matching the embossing powder, it's subtle, it's all that great stuff, but I would rather cut out my gardening tools with something that looks a little less shiny than this. So now you can have, you know, more realistic gardening tools. I'm stinking excited about that. The next standalone product, and then we'll get to the sweets, and then we'll sign off and wait until 11, okay? Hey, Julie. All right. Hi, Lena. Yes, Lena is here. Now you want more stuff? I love it. Okay. Now, this paper here is pretty cool. Do you see the grain look on it? It's a wood grain type of paper. It is called Wood Grain Wonders. You have 4 colors in here, and you think you have 3 of each, right? It looks like we have 3 of each of the 4 colors. But if you flip one set over, you actually get 6 of each color because you can only choose one side. Matte finish, correct. Thanks, Martha. So you have 6 of each color. 6 of each color. This is so cool. I'm just loving this. 6 of each color. Oopsie, pull that with this. And 6 of each color. You get 6 of each in a way, right? It's so awesome. Great for the handles on those gardening tools. Let's bring in some sweets. We have 2 sweets that I've purchased that I'm going to share with you. And I haven't even opened the embellishments yet. Silly Rachel. We're going to trim along the edge here. This is how I open mine up. Makes it easier for me to slide them in and out. So I just go like this every time I want to put them away or pull them out. And in this pack, you have white. It looks like Night of Navy, Mossy Meadow, and Crumb Cake. And I'm going to assume that to be correct, but let's take a look at the back of the designer paper. Crumb Cake, Secret Sea. Secret Sea is the blue, Mossy Meadow, and then we have, of course, white in there too. So let's look at the paper now that's in this suite. The paper has like a little foiling to it, and they call it bronze, although I would say that copper and bronze are pretty close to each other. So if you want to pair this up with your copper foil paper, you could do that. And we have what looks like little soft fern type branches, or my upline Susan Canfield, she said it could even look like feathers if you wanted, right? And on the back side of that, you have this design on the paper here with the Secret Sea background. We have bronze little flowers, foil flowers, and on the back side, look at that. Oh, guess what? This is a color we don't have yet. Yay! This is a peek at a new color, you guys. It is called Hydrangea Hue, and it is a stunning periwinkle kind of blue. It's got like purplish little, like a red, more reddish kind of tone in it. So it's a purple blue periwinkle. That's how I would describe it. And you can see that color throughout. So here we have this pattern with that on the back. One side is foiled, one side is not. Here's the next foiled side. All right. And then we have this one. And we have this one. Okay. Yay. Oh, green. Green is amazing. So those are the colors, or those are the designs of the paper in this pack. But there's also another specialty paper pack. Well, they're both specialty papers because they have foil. This one's called Delicate Designs 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. And this is white and bronze foil. And those are the designs you get in that. And they are just one-sided. So there's white on the other side. Along with that pack is a roll of ribbon. And the ribbon, let me zoom in so you can see, is actually very, very stunning. It's more stunning than you would think when you're purchasing it. I think the imagery doesn't do it justice. It has a little bit of a shine to it, as you can see. The weaving goes back and forth, so you can see that too, because it's a very, it's not like a super tight weave. Plus, it's got almost kind of like a two-toned look to it. It's gray granite, but there's dark and light spots in it, and it is really, really cool. It lies pretty flat. It is 3/8 of an inch, I want to say. Let's see here. Oh, 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. And it ties bows really nicely. It's gorgeous. It's a really nice ribbon. Okay. That's so fun to read your comments, you guys. And then the last part of that suite is the bundle called Delicate Whispers. So you have your stamp set and you have your dies that coordinate. We'll just pull the dies out so you can see them. We have lots of framey kind of dies that go around, you know, this image here. This one would be a good one for your Stampin' Positioner to do that frame type of look, right? The wreath technique that I was talking about. You could do this near each corner. Lots of really cute outline images as if they were hand-drawn. Which of course all of this is pretty much drawn or done on computers or drawn, but I mean, it looks like somebody just took a pen and started drawing these because they have that really pencil-y pen kind of look. And then you've got more detailed dies. So here's a great one. Like I can imagine this one cut with copper foil and paired up with the paper. You've got these thin little sprigs of stuff. Here's another, like, there's so many things that you can put together and have just this huge wreath or bouquet of wonderful growth. It's just stunning. It's a stunning suite of products. So that one is called, again, let me look at the bottom here. It is called, Delicate Dreams. Okay, Delicate Dreams is the name of that suite. And then our last suite that I want to show you in the video, and then I'll let you guys go so you can take a quick break and come back at 11, is one that's got some beautiful bright colors in it. It is so attractive when you see it. You're going to need to grab it up because it just calls to you. This suite is called Garden Poetry. And we'll start with some of the smaller elements of it, like the ribbon. Look at that. It's got almost like a metallic-y kind of look to it. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. This color is the Berry Burst. Yeah, Berry Burst, 1/4 inch. We'll just do a little bow just to show you how quick and easy it is to put that together. You have, this is reminding me of our Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon. There are a couple different looks to the ribbon depending on which side is showing. Can you see, maybe if I angle it this way, you can see better. There, you can see it now. The back side, there's a back side of the ribbon, has not as much shine. So when you're tightening a bow like this, you can take and twist it before you tighten, and then you can have that show up on that side, okay? All right, next we have this embossing folder. This embossing folder actually goes along with the stamp set and dies, so I'm putting that back over to the side. Let's pull out the embellishments, which I need to cut along the side too. These are fun, bright colors. So now you're starting to get a feel of the bright color look in this. We have clear circles with little flowers. It looks like they're kind of held in there. Epoxy kind of, where it's within the clear thing. And then you've got solid colors. It doesn't say the colors on the back side. I'm sure it says it somewhere else. But we could guess from the paper. Let me pull this out first. We have some specialty kind of foil here. This is textured. And oh my goodness, do you get a ton of this. You get 2 sheets of each. So you have, and let's make sure we say the colors correctly on this one, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, and Shaded Spruce. So my guess on this is Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel. And then we're gonna figure out those other colors. But look at that. It's like it's glitter paper, but it's not. It just has a texture instead. Almost, I don't know. It's almost like Susan, my upline, said, it's almost like a linen. It's like a canvas. It just has a texture to it. Really bright and cheerful. And then we have the designer paper. And the designer paper has all of these really pretty leaves on one side. Leaves and flowers, I should say. Some of them are, you know, in multiple colors. Some are more like monochromatic-y. But then you have the flip sides of those, and those are watercolory wash kind of looks. Bright, gorgeous colors. Let's say what colors we have here. So we have the Blueberry Bushel, the Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss is in here too, and we have Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, that is the yellow. Crushed Curry is the yellow. Flirty Flamingo is this pink. Night of Navy, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, and Shaded Spruce. Really, really beautiful papers. Just so much fun. Okay, now let's look at the bundle. The bundle is a hybrid bundle in that it has 3 parts. It has the stamp set called Paradise Garden. These are the images. Then we have the dies that have some little frames, a background kind of look here, some frame pieces that cut out the images. I meant to say like labels here. Yeah. And then we have the embossing folder. So when you use this die with it, as all of our hybrid embossing folders are, you take this piece and you pull it off of here as gently as you can, Rachel. There we go. And it's gonna fit into your space above here, like you can feel it click in place. You place your paper in here, you run it through, and it's cutting the paper to create little tiny parts that pull up. So it's like your leaves are popping off the page. You can also use this embossing folder as is. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So there you go. Those are some of my favorite things that will be showing up on March 3rd for all of you to order. We're in the pre-order stage right now. Demonstrators are the ones that get their hands on those. The January product of the month, and in fact, the December product of the month is still available right now. If you have not, let me grab my computer here and show you. If you have not, oh, that's the wrong one. I thought I had a incognito window up. File, incognito, okay. If you have not gotten in or know about the product of the month, I don't want you to miss out on this. Okay, hang on. There we go. Bring it over. So here's my website, stampyourartout.com. When you are here, you have lots of like things in the menu to look at. You scroll down, you can visit the blog, you can shop, you can learn more about my community. We're gonna click on my blog, which will take you to the latest blog posts. When we click on the latest blog posts and you scroll down, and I'm gonna do this fast, close your eyes. Okay, when you scroll down, you are at the bottom where all the promotional and informational type of things are listed. Okay, it talks about the new Stampin Positioner coming and the new join offer. And then we keep going. Bonus days, product of the month, here it is. So if you're not aware of it, basically in the US, the amount is a $75 order. So you place a minimum $75 order, and that's not including, like if you put your rewards or coupons and that kind of stuff in there, it could lower your subtotal, so be careful of that. But you have a $75 order. Once you have that, you qualify to be able to add in the product of the month for just $5, okay? All right, so I wanted to make you aware of that. You also earn rewards. So anytime your order is $20 or more in the US, you earn 10% in rewards that you can use on future orders. In this month and through February 2nd, you can also earn bonus day coupons. So if you purchase $50 worth of product, you get a $5 coupon. You can use that next month, February 3rd through the 28th. So it's almost like you're getting 20% in a way. It's pretty darn cool. You also get rewards from me if you purchase through me. But if you have a demonstrator or you are a demonstrator, purchase from yourself or through them. Share your love. I just love to share my ideas on YouTube. So I hope you come back and join me in the future. And then don't forget that that join special starts next month with the Stampin Positioner. So starting February 3rd, okay? February 3rd through March 2nd. If you get the starter kit and join and be a part of our wonderful fun family, you can then get that Stampin Positioner for free. Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. All right, what's next? My next live is in 10 minutes. I'm gonna let you all go. You can take a bathroom break, go get some lunch or whatever it is, whatever meal you're eating at this time of day. And we will see you at the next live. Thanks, everyone. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.